Hello, Ellie. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Okay, how are you?
Not bad, thank you. So
Good.
tell us more about yourself. What do you do at the moment at Extra Stuff?
So I'm currently as Interim Branch Manager for the Hangar Lane branch.
And you've been quite long now at Extra Stuff. Well, not long, but you've changed quite, some careers here. Can you tell us more about, your progression?
I'd love to. So I originally started working for Extra around 3 years ago. Started as an on-site manager for the Hemel Hempstead site. I then progressed my career and was on-site manager of the Hemel site and Enfield. Then once I'd done that for a couple of years, unfortunately one of my sites closed down for the on-site, and I was then given the opportunity to start my sales career and working in a branch, which I'd never done before. So I was quite excited for the change. I then went and worked in the Dunstable branch for quite a while, to now be an interim branch manager of a Hangar Lane branch. So
quite some story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
Who would tell you like 3 years ago, you'd be like, no, I'm branch manager, right?
Never.
I remember you were headhunted, I think, from one of our area managers. You didn't have recruitment experience, did you?
No. So when I first started my actual career within recruitment, yes, I was headhunted by one of the area managers. So once I had started my career within recruitment, I didn't think I'd be where I am today to begin with. But not only that, I didn't think I would now ever leave recruitment. So
it's stuck with you.
Yeah, I'm stuck within recruitment world. Yeah, but I wouldn't change it for a thing. I've been on a right journey, but yeah, I wouldn't change one bit of it.
And now you'll be probably headhunting people.
Well, there we go.
That's, the sun. Was it sun?
It was, yeah. I was,
imagine like just going to the sunbed, like
all I was doing was catching the tan.
So obviously, like you've progressed a lot. What do you think your factors are when it comes to success?
So my biggest factors for success, that's a difficult one, to be honest with you. As in where I am now, or like where I want to be, or?
I would say so, like maybe if you can compare like when you started and now being a manager, and obviously that changed your perspective.
Completely. Yeah. I mean, even going from on-site to a branch is a whole nother world. I don't think people understand the difference between the two until you've done them. I think I am quite blessed and lucky knowing that I have done the two. And you do grow massively as a person, and look at things, I guess, in a completely different perspective. What you do on a day-to-day on an on-site is completely different to what you do on a day-to-day working in a branch environment. Absolutely. So I never thought I had the capabilities or the abilities to sell in. And now I'm out here.
When you have the personality.
So, well, I mean, so now I'm selling all the time. So yeah, there's loads of different factors that has helped me on my career path. The list could go on.
What are your passions, in your work life and personal life?
Work life, passion. I mean, for me personally, when I get stuck in something, I'm very passionate about it and I always want more. I'm a very hungry person when it comes to success. So I guess my whole career path has been pretty much like that. I started when I was originally headhunted. I started as a coordinator, and then after 4 challenging years, I was then progressed to obviously manager at my previous job, and then coming here, I then came in as a manager, and then I just always wanted more. So for me, work life is that I always want more. So I'll keep trying and keep doing what I can to keep getting to that.
Well, that's how you have to be at Extra Stuff, especially. But I think we all are kind of, just hungry.
It's natural.
Yeah, it's natural. Being like that hungry person, it has to come from somewhere as well. Do you look up to somebody in your life? Do you get inspired, or do you know what I mean?
I mean, I have so many people that inspire me. I think working with Extra Stuff is such a big thing. You look at all of the people that started their journey here in Extra Stuff and see at where they are now, and 9 out of 10 of them are either area managers, directors, or somewhere so high up in the chain. Is so inspirational. So starting my career as a manager here just makes me want to keep growing more to see how far I can go up the chain, because it's possible and it's shown. in
And
people in the company.
you're also in the Future Leaders course, which
I
obviously,
am.
you know, builds up the skill. You already have
Yeah.
them, but you're just adding
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I've been on managers courses and loads of development training courses within Extra Staff, and by far it has been the most successful one that I've ever been on within any company that I've worked for.
David will love you for this.
He probably will, yeah. But it's true. Every single time I've been on any training course within Extra Staff, I come out feeling so refreshed and
That's good.
so much better as a person, because you implement so much that you've just learned into your day-to-day tasks that you may not have considered before, and it makes you a better person, and
Absolutely,
it shows in your performance as well. I think being on the Future Leaders specifically has grown my self-belief as well, and that's one thing that I think everyone needs to go on that journey to gain their self-belief and definitely believe in themselves. And I can definitely say that is something that I have done.
That's good. You know, joining you next week as well for some sales experience, you know, so as you can see again, it's like, you know, you join Extra Staff as a complete baby almost, you know, and then progress 3 years later to give me some sort of sales experience, you know, as an interim branch manager, you know, that's a big progression, you know. But also I think, you know, because I've met you since day one as well, and you were just like always like so bubbly and, you know, creative and communicative, you know, and I think you have the persona, you know, you have to have for sales and on-site, and I think that's really like important to, you know, to have that, you know, sort of like energy. What would you say, you know, out of all of this so far is like probably like your proudest moment, you know?
The proudest moment for me within Extra Staff, definitely being interim branch manager for Hangar Lane. I mean, like I said, I never thought I had the ability to even get into sales. So then having that opportunity to go, only being 6 months in the Dunstable branch that I was in, to now being interim branch manager of a completely different branch is a massive success to me. And it just goes to show that no matter what you do and how much you put in, you are valued for it. So
absolutely, I think that's one thing to Extra Staff, that it's like people spot people, you know, and people give like hands to help you. You know, it's not just like well done and that's it. You know, people want you to progress if you want to progress. And again, like your example of that, when you joined, did you just like kind of go with the flow, or did you have like some sort of? I mean, obviously, like, you know what, when you start a job, you don't know where you want to be, or like, but you know, still.
I had a vision, and I could probably laugh about it now because I'm definitely not going to be there. But when I started, obviously, I never saw myself being in a branch or doing sales. So, and I knew that I was very good at being on site, and the on site manager I was very good at it. So I always wanted to take my area manager's position because I thought, I'm very good at what I'm doing, I can definitely do what they do. And that is the next step. So I look at it now and laugh and think, I definitely wouldn't want to be at that stage now.
Not yet. You never know.
Now I'm in a branch though. Obviously the next step is obviously area manager still, but I'm just really blessed that I've got the experience and the knowledge and skill set and everything else to do both on site and branch. So
as Hannah Montana says, you get the best of both worlds, you know.
So I think definitely that.
What would you say? Imagine now, like there's like probably like, I don't know how many people are watching this video now, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm not sure if recruitment is still for me. What would you tell them? Like, what would it be like? Bear in mind, you were never in recruitment as well, and how you felt is how they feel now.
It's a good question, because I don't think anyone looks and thinks, oh, I want to get into recruitment. Exactly. So for me, my biggest advice is just, you have to throw yourself out and put yourself out into positions where it may be uncomfortable for you and challenging at times. But just try it. If you're even doubting it, do it.
Yeah.
Because it's so rewarding. And yes, there's times that you get beaten down and things happen and things don't always go your way.
In any career,
it is the world of recruitment, and you learn to love it in every single aspect. So if you're thinking about it, just try it. It doesn't have to be sales. It can be on site. I do think starting on site was the best thing I've done, because you start with all of the client engagement, temp engagement, servicing the client.
But just to some extent, sorry to interrupt you, it's still kind of sales, because you think about it, you have to go out and sell yourself, be smiley.
You are. Yeah.
Care about the client, care about your workers, because even the workers you have is still selling, because you have to sell the persona.
You're completely right.
It's different,
it's completely different sales. Servicing and doing all those things are selling, but it doesn't feel like that pressure of selling, because it's just natural. You just do it.
Build relationships.
You do, yeah. And then when you come over to a branch, or if you are to start in a branch, there's so many factors within the selling that it really isn't a scary world. It is just having conversations with people. And I think people are so scared to come in contact and communicate with people that have this title, that are so high up and this and that. They're just people.
Yes.
They still have a family that they go home to. So it's just building the confidence to have that conversation with people.
That's what I was going to say. I think that's what prevents most people going into sales. Oh my God, I have to have the communication. Think about it, like you go in the shop, you have, a conversation with the person who's selling. It's like, how's your day? Blah, blah, blah. It's the same, it's the same way. It's like, I have built probably a relationship with my corner shop, person, but you don't realize that. But it's like going every day, that's just having that conversation it's not the same, but you get what I say.
It is.
It's communicating and building that relationship with the person to the point where you get close and just people buy from people.
Exactly that. That's exactly what I was going to say. People do buy from people. And if you're enjoying what you do, which if you do get into recruitment, you will, then it's just that. It's just making sure that you do enjoy every step of the journey. And even when you have knockbacks and you have bad days, it's those little wins that make all the difference and make it so worth it. So worth it.
Well, thank you very much, Ellie, for joining us and being the second now guest on our new series.
Thank you.
It was lovely talking to you, and I can't wait for to come to your branch and being trained.
I'm excited to see where the next 6 months, years, and many more years of extra stuff to come. So thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.